Hello again. Stephen follows instructions. This is the OVH VPS setup. I'm following instructions from ChatGPT. Not so much because it's ChatGPT, it's not so much following instructions as working with ChatGPT, but it's close enough for me and it's stuff I'm doing, so I'm putting it in the series. Here it is. So where are we? We've got the VPS setup. We've got, I always forget the name of it. Caddy setup, which is an alternative to Nginx, acts as a reverse proxy. What that means is, as requests come in, they might be addressed to different domains like mooc.ca or downs.ca, and the reverse proxy sends them to the right service depending on the request that came in and what it's looking for. So then I've set up one of those services, which is an Apache web server in a Docker container running Grasshopper. That's my own software. We had a marathon hour and 20-minute session yesterday getting Grasshopper to work. Grasshopper now works, or at least an older version of it now works. And so what we need to do next is set up the database system and actually put in some databases. Get the two sites that I've put in, plank.mooc.ca and another one, change.mooc.ca. Get them actually running the way they should, and then mounts a few more of these sites, and just try to automate this process as much as possible. Then after that, we're going to need to upgrade Grasshopper to the state that it's in for my main website. There's a bunch of things that I've changed, so we need to do that. And then we can start adding other services, and that's when the fun really begins. So hang in there with me on this Grasshopper stuff, or if you want, just skip ahead. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put some actual descriptions on the different episodes of this so that you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. And then, yeah, you can pick and choose what you want to do. All right, so that's where we are. So our window is still open, and our chat GPT is still running from yesterday. So let's pick it up. Step 6.2. Okay, so what was step 6.3? I forget. Okay, so maybe I can find it here. Problem is, all of this discussion to do step 6.2 took so long. Okay. Next step. Configure the database engine running. And configure Grasshopper so it can access it. Ideally, the same database engine could be accessed by additional services that are not Grasshopper. for both change.nuke.ca and the other one was plank ca. There is an existing database that we will want to import. All right, let's see what it says to that. It's going to think now. So I think that's a pretty good plan. While it's thinking, I'll just comment once again, the key to working with ChatGPT anyways, well, one thing is working step by step. I pretty much concluded that. But also being pretty articulate about what you want to do. And it looks like we're running slowly again here, so we might have to restart the chat context again. We'll see. All right. So first step, we're going to bring up the database container. So we're going to create a dedicated Docker network for databases. Oh, that's interesting. All right. All right. Yeah, okay. I had to think about that. Do I want... Because I already have a network. It's called Web, right? But well, let's just close this so I don't keep opening it by accident. So let's do that first. Whoops, Control Z. I don't want all of that to go. Why did it copy all of that? I want to do these things one at a time just so that I can keep a lid on it. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so there's the first command. Docker network create db or true. Looks like it's created it, and that's the network ID. I copied all of that. Okay, next we want to make and ch own this directory, so we'll do that. Okay. I assume it's done that. Let's just check. SRV, oh, where are we now? We're in home Ubuntu. Okay. SRV, apps, Grasshopper. And check the ownership. Looks good to me. Okay. Next, we're going to create a compose file for MariaDB separate from your proxy app compose. That's interesting. Oops. Okay. I know it doesn't end with YML there. I don't know why that's there. Oh, okay. That's the end label. Okay, good enough. All right, so this will create the compose file. So let's do that. All right. So go into database. You should see the file. We do. Let's look at the file. Looks good to me. Okay. So, interesting. Do I want it UTF-8? let's just ask about that. And here's why in Grasshopper Troops. Okay, UTF-8 is broken in Legacy. Okay, cannot store. So UTF-8 MB4 is full Unicode. That's what you want in 2026. All right, good. If you use Legacy UTF-8, you will eventually hit silent truncation or insert failures. Yes. Yep. Okay. Potential emoji or non-BMP characters. New databases default. Right. Okay. One thing we'll watch during the import. So we will not guess, we'll check. Okay, good, thank you. That's what I want. This is important, and I have a precondition when I ask ChatGPT to do stuff. I have a precondition that says basically, do not guess, check. And it comes back, it says this at various times, but that's because I'm asking specifically for that. We'll see that again, I'm sure, if I start up a new chat instance. Okay, so let's bring up, okay, so we've created the compose file. Now create a strong root file, or the strong root password, and inject it. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna want to be careful here, because I don't want to broadcast this to the whole world, but I do want to record it. Really important, otherwise I'll never be able to get into it. So we're going to do the first 2 lines of this, and you'll see me do them, and then I'm going to do the next line where I actually print out the password, and we'll do that off screen. So let's do this now. Generate the password. Alright. So that has been done. And now I'm going to take this off screen and echo the password and save it somewhere. You notice it doesn't say to save it. I find that really interesting. But I am going to save it. This is the sort of thing you kind of have to be on the ball, right? So, okay, there it is. And yeah, that's some secure password. Okay, so let me just copy that. And that's not it, in case you're wondering. What is that? Oh, right, yeah, it's something different. Well, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, and now there. And now I gotta remove that from my screen so that you don't see it. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. That's it. In fact, I'm going to close that window entirely, and then open it again. Just trying to minimize the chances that I accidentally expose it, because if I do, I'm going to have to go back and regenerate this. I don't really feel like doing that. Okay. So let's SSH into. All right, now we're back in. All right, so I have the password written down off to the side, so I'm going to be kind of careful. Now we're going to start the database. I'm just going to recheck. Restart unless stopped. Yes, good. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start it. So we're going to be in the DB directory. Let's see where I am now. All right, so let's go to that directory. Again, I'm doing these one at a time just to stay on top of it, right? Oh, let's make my text big again. Okay. And then next we'll run the Docker compose. All right, so it's pulling the images from Docker. So we're getting Maria database 11.4. All right, so the container has been created. And now the container has been created and should be running, and this will check that. All right, there it is. Maria database has been up 17 seconds. Grasshopper has been running for 26 hours. Caddy has been running for 7 days. All right. So that's pretty easy. So that's the way things should install as compared to the way my Grasshopper did install. All right. And we'll do a health check. Right. And we're using the same password that we created earlier. I don't know if this will still actually be, because I closed it off, so I wouldn't. Well, we'll try it and see what happens. It might fail because of the password. Yeah, it did. But I can still. Oh, save. Copy it, and when I paste it here using a right click, you will not see it. Okay, I've just done that. You don't even see an indication, but I'll hit enter, and the password was successful, and I got the ping back. My SQLD is alive. It's alive. Okay. Okay. Attach Grasshopper and future services to the DB network. Import existing databases. Okay. So, right. The database is currently live on another server, and I can MySQL them. Okay. So step S. First, let's tell it step 7.1 is complete. Complete, no errors. And I can MySQL dump them. So, and that's what I'm going to need to do. So again, this is going to get pretty specific to the installation of Grasshopper that I have, but that's okay. It's getting slow. Okay, so we'll make Maria reachable from the Grasshopper container, create empty databases and least privilege users. Okay. I won't guess. Okay. And old server SSH target. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, and in the meantime, step 7.2a, we'll attach Grasshopper to the DB network. Okay, so let's copy this code. So Docker network connect, DB Grasshopper. So we're connecting Grasshopper 1 to the network. And we're inspecting that stuff. I'm not sure exactly what that command does. Well, I don't know. Let's ask it. Oh, okay. We're going to use the network tool in Python. All right, so let's do that. All right. Okay, various network IDs and such. All right. That's good. All right, so here we have, right, so this is in our networks file. All right, that's good. And then we'll copy this code. We're going to try to run okay, what's this installing? Again, this is tricky. Okay, root PW is the password I did earlier, so I'm going to have to enter that again. It'll ask me. Because like this will just come up as empty, and when it comes up as empty, it automatically feeds me a prompt asking for the password. Okay. So apt-get update. Install. All right. Okay, we're just testing the connection from the container to the database. Okay, it has nothing to do with Grasshopper itself. All right. So let's run those. Should ask me for a password. Yeah. Copy my password. And paste it, enter it. MySQL is alive. Good. Okay. So that's 7.2b. Now 7.2c is create per site database users, passwords generated now. Okay. So we're going to get 2 of these. It looks like it's just generating them. All right, and it looks like it's storing them in here. DB users. That's kind of, let's just keep that in mind, that that's temporary. Okay. So we're creating 2 per site database users. We're generating the passwords. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, good. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but I didn't see where it would be echoing the passwords. I'm going to run this again. All right. And it has generated different passwords. And I'm going to scroll these off the screen. All right. Okay. So I ran it a second time, generated different passwords. So you feel free to copy the ones you just saw and try them, but they're not going to work. And again, this should all be temporary. Okay, now we have to go back to what we are being asked for up here. So DB name for change, DB name for plank, and we're actually on old servers, so I have to remember all this now. So let's go in. All my old stuff is accessible by FTP. Yeah. Oh, let's do it. There might be an easier way. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I'm going to go to OVHCloud. OVHCloud. And okay, so I'll use my password manager to log in. And this should pop up quickly enough. See, this is all of this is what I'm replacing. All of this. So all of this stuff now is on data.mooc.ca. That's where all of this stuff is running. And I can prove that to myself. So let's run plank. Oh no, I can't. I've changed the domain names already. Oh, it doesn't matter. They're still there. Yeah, but it's going to have to be SSH by IP. That's fine. No problem there. Okay. So SQL databases. So those will be in here. Right. FTP. Right. Now these use key pair authentication. So I can get into them. Why don't I do that? that's, I use key pair on FTP as well. It's SFTP, right? Secure FTP. So the application I use is WinSCP. So there it is. Now, where I want to go. No. Right, new tab. Oh, here we go. Downs, Flask, Agora. So I need a new tab. And I'm going to data.mooc.ca. That's where I want to be. So I can log in, I believe, without a password. Authenticating with key. Okay, I'm in. All right, very good. So go up and go up, go up. All right. So these are all my sites. There's Plank. There's a non-running version of downs.ca, kind of a backup. Change, where's change? Change is somewhere else. Ooh, maybe this isn't the important one. Huh. So I don't see change. Let's go to this downs.ca, and again, just popping in. All right. Okay, there's change. There's Plank. All right, so what we want to do is make sure we've got the right site here. This is the kind of mess I'm trying to fix. Okay. So all of that, look at this, goes back to 2012. I don't even know where these databases are. But I can access them with a MySQL command from inside. That might be the easiest. And then whichever one is the largest. All right, so I should... Okay. So let's go into this with a terminal window. What a mess, eh? And let's see if we can run MySQL. Oops. MySQL. Don't even know what the user is. Okay. No, there's maybe a better way to do this. There is a better way to do this. I can get into this using phpMyAdmin, and I can just dump them onto my desktop. That's the better way to do this. Okay. So, SQL databases, open in browser. All right, there we go. Okay, so this one at least will have Downs EL30, and that seems to be about it. Ethics. Okay, so neither change nor Plank, so it must be the other one. Okay, so it's not this one, must be the other one. it with the browser. Oh, it's the same one. Oh, crap. Node 1455 and node 9719. So now I'm puzzled. 9721. Okay, that might be. Okay, that one's not running. And that's data.mooc.ca. Okay, so that should. Oh, I may have tried to go into the wrong one there. Yeah, WebSSH. Let's just restart the node. And then we'll try to go into it again. $97.19. Pretty sure this is where we're going to find our. Okay, open a browser. There we go. 97.19. Damn, it's the same set. But that can't be right. Well, these shouldn't be all the same. Okay, what I'm going to do then is, where am I here? Let's go. CGI bin, data. No, this is the multi-site text. I'm going to open this off screen. So I'll just save it to E and then I'll open it. Yeah, like I say, off screen. And let's see what I'm working with. Oh, for goodness sakes. Good thing all the passwords will be different. Okay. All right, so this is that same set. Okay. So let's go to data.mooc.ca. Same thing. Into data. There's the multi-site text. The same set again. Oh, where are they? They must be running somewhere. Are they running on cPanel? They can't be, can they? Alright, let's look at what I've got here. What a mess. Fallacies, downs. I'm puzzled. 14,556. 14,555. Oh. No. Let's go into reclaim cloud, reclaim the server. So this is very slow, of course. This one might not even work, so let's go into reclaim hosting. Claim hosting. Trying to get to client area login. Reclaim hosting, login. Log into cPanel. Okay, logged into cPanel. And so all the various domains are still listed on here, but of course they're not active anymore. SSH access would get me in. PHP, I wonder if there's a PHP my admin still. Maybe not, eh? Oh, here we go. I don't think I even need to log in for this one. Downs.ca. There's Plank, and I don't see change. Maybe I called it something else. It's eLearning 3.0, ethics, Ghost, Plank. Okay, so there's at least Plank. Okay. So let's get that one out. So I want to export it somehow. Let's see, export. Okay. All right, yeah, I want everything. Format. .SQL is probably the easiest. Export. All right, so that's plank.sql. So there it is, and we'll just put that in my base directory. Now I need to find change. No, we might have called it something different, right? Let's go back here to down CA downs. Oh no, that's right, we can't. Let's go back to cPanel and let's go to, I think I should have SSH access. So note to all of you, don't get yourself into this mess. Do it right in the first place, like I'm doing now after a 30-year career. Should be SSH access somewhere. Email, they don't even support email anymore here. File manager, PHP, domains, errors. There we go, SSH access. Oh. Okay, I want terminal, just a terminal will do. Is there a terminal? Yeah, there it is. All right. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, let's list. Should be a CGI bin. Should be a data directory. There isn't. I must have put it somewhere else. Where might I have put it? I'm looking for multisite.txt. This is so old, it might not even be like that anymore. There's change.mooc.ca. That's the one I was looking for, right? All right, yeah. So that's all the pages from it. I don't know if the database even exists anymore. It might not exist anymore, right? Because it's all just an archive now. Oh, there's the CGI bin. And there's nothing in it. Okay. Well, that's all a good question where I've put all this. Let's go into Plank, see what that looks like. So, yeah, it's a very old version of Grasshopper. And there's the data directory. And there's the multi-site. And it's just the one okay. So change really looks like it's just an archive. So it looks like I've archived it and even zipped it and saved it somewhere. Same with CCK 12, CCK 11. All of these are probably just simple archives. All right. It's okay. I've got the Plank database anyways, which I can keep. Let's just go into it one more time. Yeah, the CGI bin is just empty. All right. Okay. Let's at the very least retrieve the contents, which would be the zip file. So where will I get that from? Let's go back to cPanel. Okay. Let's go to Files. And we'll go to Change. And we should be able to, or no, we don't even need to go to Change. It'll just be in the files, right? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I thought that was going up a directory. That is going up one level. Oh, I see. Okay. So my files, here we go. Change mooc.zip. And I want to download this how? Okay, how? Download. Alright. We'll show it in the folder. And again, we'll save it to E. So just saving it to E. Okay, good. So let's go back now. Okay, update. The only database that exists is for Plank. I have it in as a exported as an SQL file on my desktop. For change, I only have an archive of static web pages. Bracket. There will be similar set of web pages associated with Plank as well. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, so we're going to create the Plank database and user in Maria, import it, and update the multisite.txt to point to it. Okay, good. Proceeding one step at a time. Having fun yet? Nobody's in the chat so far as I can tell, but if you are watching, so very unlikely, but if you are watching and you do have a comment for me, I can see my chat area. So if you're watching on YouTube, type into the chat window and I will see it. Okay. Okay, so all right, so let's get the upload to SCP or SFP GUI upload to in this area here. Right, yeah, it's a little target directory. What does SCP do? That's a new command to me. So let's find out what it does. Close off some of these extra windows that I don't need for now. Come back to them if we need them. Just put that in there and see what it does. Linux. SCP from Linux to Windows. SCP copies files between hosts on a network. Huh, ain't that cool. Alright, let's go back. Plink Ubuntu or VPS IP. Also, I actually need to, yeah. All right. Let's do that. But first we have to make the target file. Okay, so I should set up, I'll do it later, I should set up though WinSCP to access my VPS, but I'll just keep using this for now. So what I'll need to do is open up a separate terminal, because I'm doing this off my Windows desktop, right? Oh, okay, but wait, let's go back here and we'll create the directories. Okay, so that's created the directories, just the imports directory. And now we're going to copy this code. I will run it locally, except I have to put my VPS IP in there, which is conveniently over here. And I'll have to remember to remove the colon from that. So, oh, there's a colons there. Okay, never mind. All right. need to be in my E directory to make that work. So let's just enter that command, cd to E, and then we'll run the command again. Stack plank.sql. It's probably not called plank.sql. I'll just rename it. What is it called? Down CA plank.s. Okay, there it is. Now it's called plank.sql. We'll try it again. And there she goes. Could not resolve host name because I don't have the full host name. Okay, so we'll try that again with the full host name. Okay, now let's try it. Yes. All right, and it's in. Very good. Come back to ChatGPT, run and paste output. So we'll copy the code. That's going to be here. And there we go. And I'll paste that back to ChatGPT. This is step 7.2. 7.2 result. Okay, now we should be going to 7.3. Okay, we need to confirm what it actually contains. That's a good point. We'll show the first 60 lines. All right. So it's in SQL. Okay, it's definitely an SQL file. Etc. Right, so create the Plank database and a least privileged user, then import. Okay, so let's create database plus user for Plank. Okay, grab the Maria root database from your compose file. Remember, we stored it there. So oh, it's not ready yet. I'm not going to stop this page, but we're going to have to reboot the the chat application. So that's probably going to be a good episode break as well. But it's just being slow. Here we go. Okay, so first things first. Right, copy this. And so that'll put the password. Yeah, that'll put the password into that variable. Okay, password's in the variable. Now we're going to generate an app password and create a database user. And I'm going to put all of that into a secrets file. Then we're going to create the I'm going to run a bunch of commands that creates all the stuff on the SQL. Okay, I understand all this. This is all stuff I've had to do by hand before. Okay, I don't think it's going to echo these, but I'm going to run this off screen and then we'll see what it looks like. Looks like, yeah, it just did it. It didn't echo any responses. Very good. And I just want to check. Permission denied. That's interesting. I tried to open the secrets file and it said permission denied. I'd probably have to sudo it. Huh. Yeah, that's what I had to do. So the file contains the name of the database, the user, and the password. And I'll just scroll all that up the screen so you don't see it. Okay. Okay, a quick sanity. Right, so we'll run the quick sanity checks. You can just scroll it up the screen. All right. And there it is. Grants for Grasshopper Plank. And 7.4 sanity check. Well, I don't need to report. We'll just, okay, so we'll import the database into that DB. That's been done. And oops, don't know, I've forgotten what that was. Something else. Oh, that was the local, right. Verify tables exist. Let's do that. Which one was it? This one. Should see all the tables. There they are. All the Grasshopper tables. Okay. Point Grasshopper multiple config for Plank only. So basically we're going to have to do this manually, it looks like. Oh no, okay, we can do it surgically. Tab delimited. Okay, again, it's forgotten what it did in the secrets file. You notice that? I'm going to go back and have a look at that. Just take it offline here. Okay, we're using equals. Right, okay, so that's fine. So let's copy this code. Oh. Right. Okay, this should update the file. And crashed my, I might as well show you. So I entered all of this in and it crashed my connection, so that happens on occasion. So let's try that again. Oh, well, actually, let's just check the file. Oh, I can't from here, right? Okay. All right, we'll copy this code again. We'll try running it again. Closed it again. Okay. CD. Oh, right, I have to log in first. Yeah. Okay, I'm having some issues here. It's crashed a couple times. Let's try. So it's saying that this is not a directory. How about this? Is a directory. So let's try to go to it. Alright, plus there's data. Don't know why it said it was not a directory. There's the multi-site. I'm just going to open this and look. And it has correctly put in the password. Okay, good. So it crashed it a couple of times, but no big deal. Okay, so now we'll retest the Plink endpoint. Well, see, I've scrolled off the information. So I'll copy this and retest it. Should work. Yeah, it ran server test. Okay. Okay, database access. Okay, I'll just report this. Persist what we've just configured so it survives rebuilds. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Save the plank DB creds in a clean, parsable form. Yeah, right now the easiest source of truth is the multi-site. I agree. I don't like that either. So we'll store it as a .env style file, root owned. Okay. Plank.env root owned. Okay. All right. Paste. Oops, no, we don't paste it there. Duh. Okay, so we're gonna do that. That's basically going to take all of our secrets and put them in there. Oh, for goodness sakes, why does it echo them? Now I have to do it again. I ran 7.8 and it accidentally exposed the password on video for the world to see. We need to fix this. Okay, so when we ran sudo head, la-dee-da-dee-da. Understood, yeah. We must treat the DB password as compromised and rotate it immediately. Yep. So I'm going to do the hot fix. Once it comes up, it's going really slow now. We're just about at the end of the context window. Well, I can't stop here, right, because of this error. No output. Take the secret file. There. Okay, good. All right, so 4-step hot fix. So we'll run this. Next, the second step. We'll run this. Whoops, I'll keep opening that one instead. Well, it's VS Code. See, all these icons look the same to me. Okay, number 3, we'll update multisite.txt. before. We'll update the secret file without printing it. And finally, we will check and make sure everything works. Oops, not that. Copy code. Plank OK. Yep. Yeah, it's not published to the internet, so still worth rotating and now done. Going forward, never print secrets. Right, good. And okay, and let's also check that confirm that MariaDB is not exposed. Should show only the internal DB network, no 3306. Okay, so we'll confirm that. (3306) TCP to null. Okay, it is not exposed. Okay. Maria confirmed not exposed. ChatGPT is running very slowly now. We've reached the end of the context window. Please create instructions that allow us to continue in a new context window. Thanks for everything. Continuation handoff. Exposed publicly, plank. Security note. Going forward, do not print secrets on camera. Pro dependencies, next steps, instructions. Explicit commands, do not guess. Ask before modifying, etc. It's been a pleasure working through this with you. You've built a very solid, clean deployment. Thank you. Oh, there's more. Oh, that's it. Give it a little thumbs up. And so I'm going to call that the episode. Not sure when I'll get to the next part. I'll probably... Well, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to the next part, but I'll start with the clean ChatGPT assistant. You can see the instructions there that I just created for it, and so the next steps will be to get the text-only versions of some of these other sites in. It's not just change.mooc.ca. There's a bunch of them that are text-only and not Grasshopper run. it's obviously because they're very much in an archive state. There's no need to run a CGI engine on them. There's really no need to run a CGI engine on Plank, but we're doing it anyway. So, but some of the others I'm not really done with. So, like the ethics one and anyhow. So that's what we'll do. This episode is a bit longer than I had planned, but still, we got tons done. Well, tons done. We created the database, set it all up, got a Grasshopper site in and running on it. Yeah. All right, that's it for now. So, the world's most boring video series continues with episode 7 coming up next. Talk to you then.